Okay, so what we do is when we start with the fingers, the thumb is going to represent 1, next finger is 2, middle's 3, ring is 4, pinky is 5. Okay. Now most of you have done. I can write on here some more. Right on.
That's fine. Yeah.
This side, right? Many of you probably remember from your grammar school days of doing the turkey. I'm doing the turkey where you did this or whatnot. Okay, or chicken or whatever it is. Okay, now that is just that's the outlining of my hand. Okay, these bones which you see in here are right in this area here. They're in the palm of your hand. What happens is what people make mistakes on is that they'll say, well, okay, I remember the chicken or the turkey, and I go down to here. And then when they try to label it, they get confused about where they are. And then as soon as they get confused on an exam, anxiety builds up, and you have a tendency to get the answers wrong. In any case, these bones right here are going to be found right in here. They are called metacarpals. Easy way to remember it, the carpals are small, they get a smaller name. The metacarpals are larger, they get a larger name. So there we have metacarpal, 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 and metacarpal. When we're starting at the thumb, this is the first metacarpal, second, third, fourth, and fifth metacarpals. So everybody get that? Okay. Next, as we go to the digits, and these are known as digits. The first digit, which is your thumb, is also known as your, I'll write it here, pollex. P-O-L-L-E-X, pollex. Okay, that's your thumb. They're not only known as digits, they're also known as phalanges. Okay, they're known as phalanges. So, this right here are phalanges. These three are phalanges, 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 and phalanges. This is known as the proximal phalanx of the first digit. This right here is the distal phalanx of the first digit. This here is the proximal phalanx of the second digit, middle phalanx of the second digit, and distal phalanx of the second digit. Here we have the proximal phalanx of the third digit, middle phalanx of the third digit, and distal phalanx of the third digit. Proximal, middle, and distal phalanx of the fourth digit, proximal, middle, and distal phalanx of the fifth digit. Does everybody understand that? Okay? Any questions? Okay. So if I asked you what is the name of this, you'd say proximal phalanx of the first digit. If I said what is the name of this, you'd say distal phalanx of the second digit. Understand that this is called the middle phalanx. It is not called medial, it's called middle. Remember, medial means what? Toward the middle. Middle means in between. That's why you have middle. That's why you have middle, 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 and middle. And notice one thing that I just did, because I want you to understand this doesn't come to you. You just don't look at it and memorize it. What you have to do is you have to orient yourself. When this was over like this, I pushed this over to say, okay, there's distal, there's middle, and there's proximal, because it orients myself. You can't just cover this. I can't just do this and say identify it. Does everybody understand that? I have to show it in reference to other things. Are there any questions about what we've gone over? Okay, please go back to your tables and continue.